Hey, what's up guys? We're back again to go all the way back to 2017, where Sergio Ramos won the World Championship of Clash Royale using this deck. You might be looking at it saying, what the heck? It's Pekka Minor, with goblins, which you never see in the top 200. And yes, this deck somehow won Sergio over $100,000. In the 2017 meta, this is by far one of the safest decks in the game. The Pekka was able to easily crush all of the Mega Knights and Golems in the meta, and if your opponent had a Night Witch, well, you had poison. If there was an annoying Inferno Dragon to melt your Pekka, you could always back it up with the Electro Wizard and Zap. And Goblins were actually quite good because everyone was running Zap plus Minor as their win condition, so if you went in for Goblins to counter the Minor and they tried to Zap, your Goblins would stay alive, and that Minor would dive down to the depths of despair. After every single game, we're going to be changing out one card to make the deck a little bit better. Let's test out the first World Champion's favorite deck in Assert Dominance. I upload daily videos on the channel, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss out. A whole lot of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. It's time to put Sergio Ramos' champion deck to the ultimate test. Does it still work from 2017 all the way to 2022? Playing against champions for the first time, I feel like the Bandit feels extremely out of place. Can we just level it up and trade it in for a Golden Knight already? Fire Spirit and also going to be Mighty Miner. Yo, this is going to be the log bait deck, and I don't have a log. I don't have a log to bait out. That's how scuffed my version of deck is. Okay, so we're going to Ewas. Wait, what? What is that? Are you serious? I thought that was going to be on my tower, so I was like, okay, I'm going to drop the Ewas in front. I'm going to be able to stop all the goblins because they looked like they were in front of the tower, but I didn't see that they were that far in front of the tower. This guy's crazy. I'm going to go Zap. I think the minions and the Pekka are going to be able to lock onto the tower. If this guy doesn't have a distraction, he's screwed. Come on, one Pekka hit. Pekka, you got a munch right now. You need at least one. That's awesome. Not going to get two because you're super slow and methodical, but I'll take that trade. Okay, so we're going to go in for Bandit here, and the Dark Goblin would probably lock onto us, so I can't have that happen.
Would you like to see a magic trick?
The Mighty Miner is fortunately targeting the Goblins instead. Oh. If I minions, is that going to kill it in time? I don't know. Is that going to still do 500 damage? That's not anything. But if it was one more second, then it would have been 500 damage. So it's super hard to calibrate. Like, am I playing with fire? Am I going to get burned? Or did I just make myself look awesome? And the difference is literally like very few seconds from losing your tower and just getting a very good trade overall. So I'm going to Ewas here. I should have dropped the Ewas slightly off to the right so then it would have taken the hit from the Goblin and then I would have only taken one hit in the back. But, you live and you learn and you'll play that better in the next time, right? So Ewas is going to give us some value here. Playing against a Mighty Miner and Cycle deck, it's just in my best interest to not cycle Pekkas unless I have to. I'd rather go for Miners, get my chip damage that way, and then going for Poisons on top of Dark Goblins, because for whatever reason, this man just wants to cycle value into us. That's awesome. I'm going to go in for Goblins to fully counter his Goblin Barrel. Yo, Goblins on Goblins action. I haven't done this in a long time. He's going in for a log early, so this is quite good for us. We can go in for our Goblin Barrel counter with the Ewas in that positioning. And now he's not going to be able to cycle back to another ability. So he can't just say, hey, I'm just going to move all around the map. I'm a world traveler with the Mighty Miner. It doesn't work like that. He's logging again. I think we can shut down this Dark Goblin pretty easily with the Bandit. And then I can go for minions afterward. The thing is, like my deck, I don't feel like I have that much destructive firepower. Like, yes, I am able to get damage here and there. Yes, I still am able to beat a log bait deck with Electro Wizard and Goblins. But it could be so much better, If I had Goblin Drill instead of the Miner, I think I would be doing more damage. If I had Golden Knight instead of the Bandit, I would just bing, bing, bing all on your units directly towards your tower. And yeah, guards are a lot better than Goblins as well. So we'll try to make some adjustments as we go. But, I guess the deck isn't trash. It did defeat Logbait. So far, initial suspicions, this deck is better than I thought. All right, so jumping into this one, we made our change and we subbed out the Goblins for guards. Goblins, no one plays them at top ladder. They're trash for a reason, and guards are one of the strongest cards in the game. You either go guards or you go for skeletons. You never pick the middle child, the goblins, that no one wants to see. Okay, so Golden Knight is one of the strongest cards in the game. It's literally just a better bandit that dashes onto things, and it's going to be way harder for me to defend effectively. I'm going to go for guards here, and you guys are going to notice that countering the Goblin Drill is very easy with them. Wait, can I get counter push with the guards and just show you guys the new change in action and why we like this card so much more? If the Miner's tanking, that's at least 700 damage if he doesn't drop anything. And he's dropping an Inferno Tower to pull the Pekka. Wait, the Pekka's going to munch on top of the Inferno Tower. There's no way. That Inferno Tower is gonzo. He had to go for Skeletons, so we can go for Bandit right now. So without the Skeletons in cycle, he's going to have to go for a Valkyrie. And he doesn't have Valkyrie because he's got Golden Knight. So does he Golden Knight here instead? Okay, cool. So this deck usually runs Golden Knight or it runs Valkyrie. So that's why I was thinking it would be Valkyrie originally. And then I remembered that he's got Golden Knight. He's going to click the ability. So I have to go for guards in the middle. And goblins would have died there. As you guys can see, the change of guards are already popping off. And they have longer range. So they're able to kill the goblins from a distance. So just denying a lot of damage there. The fact that his Magic Archer isn't able to hit our stuff is ridiculous. The minions are working so well. You know what? I thought the minions might be a next card to go, but I think they got to stay in our deck a little bit longer after this. The fact that they popped off and secured so much damage with the miner has been a stellar surprise. Okay, so the Electro Wizard isn't going to give us anything. He should just skeletons. Ooh, he dropped it a little bit later. Let's go. I'll take that trade. Usually against Goblin Drill, it's going to be a chaotic game for you to be able to break through and do damage. But when we're up Elixir, I can slow roll a Pekka in the back, go in the same side as the Golden Knight, and then try to make a monumental push. Because if the Pekka is going to be tanking, then we're able to use that HP as a resource, so then the miner will be able to give us more damage in the long term. Here's the bad thing. I think I'm just going to take a lot of damage from this Magic Archer. So I'm going to zap on it just to kill it a little bit faster. I can go for minions in the middle, so the Inferno Tower locks onto that instead of the Bandit. Maybe the Bandit can dash onto the tower. No! I thought the miner was tanky, so then my 1 HP Bandit would be my 1 HP hero. It didn't really work out as planned, but you know, this game is becoming a bit more spicy than I intended. At least the Magic Archer is out of cycle, so it will die. I am going to go for an Electro Wizard last second, just in case he tries to go and click the Golden Knight ability, because I hate that card right now. There isn't anything more scary than a Golden Knight plus Tornado, which I assume he's got in the deck. No, he does have it in the deck, because we saw it with the Magic Archer earlier. Is the Bandit going to crash? Come on, Bandit. Just destroy our opponent for once in your life. You know what? We're going to give you another chance at life. We're going to give you another opportunity here. Who says you only get one chance? You get multiple for us. Okay, the minions are able to finish everything off in time, and we're able to go for an Electro Wizard to finish off the Magic Archer. Or no, the minions again! I cannot believe the minions just killed the Magic Archer, and they finished off skeletons. That is 5 elixir value for 3, and that was incredible. GG, well played, and peace out. Gotta solidify it with a 20-win emote. It's really cool dominating people in grand challenges with a deck that I did not expect to work this well. Alright, so you guys can see the latest and greatest addition to our deck. We are going to unveil the Goblin Drill. It just does way more damage than Miner, and no one on their own volition at top ladder runs Goblin Drill and is like, I regret this. They all play it over Miner for good reason. The Goblins can almost guarantee damage no matter the situation. If your opponent is ever overextended, they can lose the entire tower. Miner, for 1 elixir less, people just ignore that. They can't ignore the drill though. That's pretty fun. And as you guys can see, our opponent is playing Sparky. So the Goblin Drill is going to give us another way of body blocking. I'm so happy we've got guards in the deck now. That makes me pretty safe and sound no matter what our opponent decides to whip out here. I'm just going to let the Pekka take the initial hit. We'll see what he decides to do afterward. I think if I zap, I'm able to finish off the Sparky. Yes! Let's go! He didn't know! Wait, what? Yo, we're 8 wins in a grand challenge and we're playing against Sparky Lava Hound. I cannot believe what I am witnessing. I guess there's other memers out here in grand challenges that aren't me. I'll show you guys after. I can't believe I'm at 8 wins in a grand challenge. This is what we face. Anyway, I'm going to Ewiz here, and we'll see what's going down. Flying Machine. Skeleton Dragons. Well, the Skeleton Dragons are scary. I need to get a Pekka down. If we don't get a Pekka down, we're going to get absolutely shredded. If we can get minions as well, that would be phenomenal. Ooh, this is scary. At least we've got poison. At least I can save my butt with that. Holy, that was intense. Because you never really know if your opponent's going to go in for some like Lumberjack at the river. I don't think I would have been able to afford a good counter to Lumberjack. Whereas the Flying Machine, it's not going to take out my entire tower. Pretty happy with that. The clone was nullified by our poison. And, you know, we figured out what his weird deck is. It's a Night Witch Sparky clone deck with Lava Hound. It's interesting. I'm going to go for Winions in the back because they're just used to taking W's all day. And they should be able to put his giant skeleton in a bad position, right? Okay, no, he's going to go for a Flying Machine again. Oh, this is a bit uncomfortable because I don't have any great anti-air counters anymore. I think we're going to go in for a Bandit here and then go in for Zap? Maybe? No, the Electro Wizard is going to fulfill the bill. So I'm going to go for Goblin Drill and Minions again. And we'll see if he decides to drop like Skeleton Dragons. If he does, I can finish them off with a Zap. They're not going to be able to finish off the Minions. Oh my gosh, the Minions again! Dude, I love these cards. Why have I not been playing Minions? Where have they been my life right now? It's ridiculous to see a card that is traditionally just not played provide so much value consistently in every single game. To be fair, we're playing against a Lava Hound deck, so obviously Minions are going to be really good in this situation, but they've been good every single time. Okay, I can go for guards here, and then I can zap on top of the entirety of the Lava Pups. and maybe we're able to defend. There's 10 seconds left. There's a Lava Hound push coming at me without the Lava Hound. He's going to go and clone, and no matter what, he is going to moan. As you guys can see with the angry face, at 9 or 8 wins in a grand challenge, this guy was not having a good time. It's a beautiful sight to see. We're making one of the best decks in the game from 2017 just a little bit better. Just got to prove to you guys that that game was actually 9 wins in a grand challenge. Yes, somehow, some way, we've played against a Lovehound Sparky clone deck. Next game, you guys already know, I'm sorry, I had to say goodbye to the minions. Our forgotten and fallen friends. They're a great card, but I don't think they're as good as Magic Archer is, because if you're playing against better players and, you know, you're in a matchup where your minions can't necessarily break through or deal a massive amount of value, you need another Win Condition with your Pekka, especially when you go Goblin Drill in front and they go for like a Valkyrie or something, and then you get the Magic Archer to line up to the Valkyrie and hit the tower. They're gonna be like, wait, I countered it, but I didn't counter it, and it makes them feel real bad and sad. So this guy's going to have Archer Queen, and he's going to have Giant Skeleton. As you guys already know, this is just super common in the meta. Champions everywhere, except us. We're not allowed to use champions in these decks because it's not really that fair. They're broken cards, and yeah, I refuse to play them. We're going to go in for a Zapparino. If we can finish off the Queen, that would be awesome. I think he's going to go invisible and just ruin me. This is the problem with champions. As you guys can see, he got a lot of damage for 1 elixir in a situation that wouldn't have been possible with any other card in Clash Royale. Anything else for 1 elixir, like you go for a Fire Spirit, sure, you get 300 damage. You don't do 2,100 damage though, bro. That's nutty. Okay, so Ron Doyle is putting me in a bad spot, but we'll see if we can bounce back. If you're going to go for a Fire Spirit, I do need to go in for a Bandit to stop that so it doesn't hit my tower. It's fine though. We've got Pekka to fully cannibalize your next Hog Rider. You know what? I think this isn't too bad, because if you Hog Rider into that Bandit and the Bandit goes back, and then we go for an Electro Wizard, maybe the guards or the Goblin Drill can do value because you're down a lot of elixir and you don't have a good answer to this. I'm just speaking out loud. I'm speaking my mind, but I guess his Giant Skeleton doesn't mind at all. This is terrible for me. Wait, he ate an entire Electro Wizard. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay, we can kind of vibe with this. I don't know if I have to respond to the Giant Skeleton. I feel like I shouldn't have to. I feel like I shouldn't have to, but I did have to. If I lose a tower, I'm going to lose anyway, so that's kind of my MO right now. I don't want to lose a tower, so I'm just going to put everything I can into defending that. And it doesn't look like that's going to work out either. He's going to have Log, so I can't necessarily go in. I need to go and save my Pekka for the Hog Rider. We are able to stop that without any tower damage, which is stellar. I want to go for Magic Archer on the Archer Queen and actually make the Archer Queen semi-feel inferior for the first time in her life. I can poison, but that's not going to be very good. He could log on this, so I want to go in for guards just in case to keep everything alive a little bit longer, hopefully. I just want the Magic Archer not to die, to be honest. That's what I need. I'm going to go for another Goblin Drill. If the Magic Archer stays alive and he's not able to cycle back to another log, we could vibe with that. Okay, this is really scary. The Magic Archer's onto the tower, though. That's great. Okay, we can vibe. We can go in for a Pekka. If he didn't get as much damage as he did earlier with the Archer Queen, I think we would have probably won this one for sure. Okay, I'm going to go in for an Archer Queen counter with a Magic Archer. Just going to walk up because Archer Queen's going to go invisible. It feels fair and balanced. No big deal. All right, Log comes through. I guess he's just going to try to, like, Earthquake cycle me right now, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to go in for a Goblin Drill. Magic Archer's not going to do enough, but maybe if we can get a Zap down. Oh, my gosh. The Goblin Drill putting in the work. If I can somehow win this game, that would be the best. Oh, my gosh. There's no way. There's no way. It's not enough damage, is it? He's going to Hog Rider any second now, any moment. I'm going to lose because of champions. No. Unless I can Zap, please. The Zap doesn't even do enough damage. I would have been 1 HP off. But as you guys can see, sometimes you're going to lose games because champions are really broken if you're not running them in your deck. Super close game. Honestly, it might have just been bad karma from losing the minions. The minions helped me out and I left them stranded and then I lost the game afterwards. That's the only reasonable explanation. In actuality, I think I would have won the last game if I had Tornado for the Hog Rider. It would have been a way more reliable answer for a +1 elixir trade, and I would have been able to afford it at a lower elixir count instead of having to have a Pekka, or maybe go for an Electro Wizard plus going in for guards, dropping 7 elixir every single time to fully conquer that Hog Rider. Now, if we play against Hog Rider or any win condition, we can shut it down for 3 elixir and activate King Tower, which is usually a really good trade. I'm an Electro Wizard here, so we're able to catapult more stuff at the Goblins, and then throw our Goblins back at our opponent. Yo, you just whiffed a Fireball. What? Also, another good thing about running Tornado with This type of deck, as you guys obviously know, Tornado Magic Archer is a stellar card combination. It's very strong. But what you probably didn't think about is you want to have something so that you can pull or push things off of your Goblin Drill. So whether it's a Snowball, a Fireball, or a Tornado, it works way better than having Zap that doesn't do anything with Goblin Drill. Yeah, you can kill bats, or you could finish off like a bait card like Skeletons a bit faster. But the Tornado, it's able to pull Valkyries off of your Goblin Drill, so then the Goblins are able to go onto the tower instead of the Valkyrie, giving you clutch wins that you would never get in other situations. So that's why I personally prefer having Tornado in this deck, because we've got Magic Archer. That's just my version of the deck. You could also run it with Minions, the earlier version, and run Snowball instead of Zap, because you already have the reset with the Electro Wizard. And I think that version works out well too. So this guy's going to go for a random Mortar right now. You know what? Because he whiffed the Fireball early on, which is pretty funny, I think what I can do is I can get him in a bad card cycle where he doesn't have much Elixir, and then Magic Archer, and then test his Fireball knowledge again. Are you going to Fireball in the Magic Archer, or are you traumatized? My goodness. The Pekka was so close to getting that hit. Why is this deck so defensive from our opponent? The good thing is we're showing that our strength relative to other Goblin Drill decks is off the chain. I love the fact that we've got Guards, Pekka, Tornado. Even though you've got a pretty good defense with Cannon Cart and Mortar, it doesn't stack up to ours. Wait, can I go in for Guard so we can body block for the Pekka? And then even if that hits my tower, I can reset it with Electro Wizard. I feel like this game is completely and utterly under control. Yes, watch this. I'm going to go and pull the Inferno Dragon right into the Electro Wizard. So it thinks it's going to counter the Pekka, but no longer. Oh, wait, my Electro Wizard died. Whatever. You know what, Inferno Dragon? You're going back to the other lane now. You're just going all around the world. You're a world traveler. This guy is just getting blown to a different planet. As you guys can see, it's a beautiful sight. And it's so fitting. This guy's name is Sergio. We're running the Sergio deck. It's a match made in heaven. If there's a deck that you guys want me to incrementally improve and change a card every single game, let me know down below in the comment section. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an awesome rest of your day.